Libra, stop settling for average. This April, the stars are forcing a radical identity shift that will redefine your relationships and your bank account. From a massive personal reset to becoming a total money magnet, we're breaking down the 5 essential shifts every Libra needs to master this month. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Personal Reset. We've all had those moments where we look in the mirror and realize the person staring back doesn't quite fit the life they're living anymore. For you, Libra, that moment arrives with a bang on April 1st. While the rest of the world is playing April Fool's jokes, the universe is playing for keeps. We are kicking the month off with a full moon in your sign, and this isn't just any lunation. It is your annual personal reset. As a Libra, you are the diplomat of the zodiac. Your superpower is balance, but let's be honest. Sometimes that balance is just a polite word for people-pleasing. You've spent months, maybe even years, smoothing over the cracks in your relationships and making sure everyone else is comfortable, often at the expense of your own peace. This full moon acts like a cosmic spotlight, illuminating exactly where you've been shrinking yourself to fit into rooms where you no longer belong. Imagine your life is a house. Over time, you've decorated it based on what your partner, your boss, or your family likes. But this April, you're walking through those rooms and realizing the colors feel wrong and the furniture is uncomfortable. The personal reset is your permission slip to start the renovation. You might feel a sudden, intense urge to change your look, your routine, or even the way you speak your truth. It's an emotional peak where the old you officially expires to make room for a version of you that doesn't need permission to exist. Before we move into the secrets of your financial glow-up this month, if you're finding clarity in this forecast, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps our community grow and ensures you never miss a guide to navigating these cosmic shifts. This reset is particularly powerful because it falls on the axis of me versus we. You're going to see your relationships with startling clarity. If a partnership has been draining your battery rather than charging it, the truth will be impossible to ignore. But don't mistake this for a crisis. It's a liberation. When you stop overextending, you finally have the energy to build something authentic. Expect to feel a bit raw during the first few days of April. You might feel more sensitive to noise, clutter, or demands on your time. That's your intuition telling you to clear the space. This is your moment to reclaim your identity. By the time this moon wanes, you won't just be seeking balance. You will be the one defining it. Stay tuned, because once you've cleared this internal space, the universe is ready to fill it with some very tangible rewards. Chapter 2: The Money Magnet. The first chapter of April was about clearing out the mental clutter. Chapter 2 is where we start talking about the rewards. Around April 19th, the cosmic energy shifts from "Who am I?" to "What am I worth?" And the answer, quite frankly, is a lot more than you've been settling for. This is the moment Venus, your ruling planet, moves into the sign of Taurus. In the world of astrology, Venus in Taurus is one of the most powerful placements possible. Venus is at home here. She's comfortable, she's lush, and she's ready to build wealth. For you, Libra, this transit is landing squarely in your sector of shared resources and deep transformation. I call this your money magnet phase because the energy isn't about working harder. It's about becoming a match for the abundance you actually deserve. Think of it this way. For the last few months, you might have felt like you were pushing a boulder uphill when it came to your finances or your creative projects. You were grinding, searching, and perhaps feeling a bit scrappy. But as Venus enters Taurus, that frantic energy begins to settle into something much more grounded and magnetic. You are moving from a hustle mindset into a harvest mindset. This isn't just about a paycheck, it's about high-value shifts. We're talking about royalties, commissions, unexpected tax breaks, or even a sudden realization of how to monetize a skill you've been sitting on for years. But here is the secret to mastering this chapter. Venus in Taurus doesn't chase, he attracts. To step into your money magnet era, you have to stop acting like someone who is afraid of lack and start acting like someone who is already wealthy in spirit. This is the perfect time to refine your professional aesthetic. If you are a creator, a freelancer, or an entrepreneur, look at your digital storefront. Does it look like the high-value version of you we just discovered in the full moon? Or does it look like the version of you that was afraid to charge what you're worth? During this window, you might find that people are suddenly more willing to invest in your ideas. Negotiations that felt stuck in March suddenly move forward with a yes. But this transit also asks you to look at your shared assets. If you're in a partnership, This is the time to have those big-picture conversations about your collective future. It's a grounded, sensual, and deeply stabilizing energy that reminds you that beauty and luxury aren't just extras. They are the fuel for your productivity. As you move through the latter half of April, treat yourself to the best version of whatever you're doing. Whether it's the way you format your emails or the way you set up your workspace, lean into the Taurus energy of quality and endurance. The universe is looking for a container to pour its abundance into. Make sure your container is built of gold, not cardboard. You are being prepared for a global stage, and this financial strengthening is the foundation you'll stand on when the world finally comes calling. Chapter 3. The Relationship Reality Check. Just as you're starting to feel the steady, golden glow of your money magnet phase, the universe decides it's time for a bit of a shake-up. Welcome to Chapter 3. The first half of April was about you and your value. The middle of the month turns the mirror outward. With the Sun and Mercury blazing through Aries, they are lighting up your 7th house of partnerships. In plain English, it is time for a relationship reality check. Now Libra, don't let that title scare you. For a sign that literally rules the scales of partnership, a reality check isn't a bad thing. It's a necessary calibration. Think of it like a high-speed engine tune-up. Aries energy is bold, fast, and sometimes a little bit blunt. It doesn't have time for the polite maybes or the we'll talk about it later attitudes that you sometimes use to avoid conflict. This month, the later is now. Starting around April 14th, when the Sun reaches its peak power in Aries, you might notice that your interactions with others, whether it's a romantic partner, a business collaborator, or even a close friend, suddenly feel much more high stakes. You're being asked to stand your ground. The Aries way of relating is direct. What do you want? What do I want? And can we make this work? If you've been hiding your true desires to keep a relationship balanced, the heat of this transit is going to melt that mask away. But here is where it gets interesting for your career and your brand. This 7th house energy also governs your clients and your public audience. If you've been dreaming of launching a digital product or reaching an international market, this is your window for high-stakes negotiations. You might find yourself in conversations with people who challenge you, but in a way that forces you to sharpen your message. You are being pushed to become a leader in your collaborations rather than just a participant. However, there is a small cosmic speed bump you need to look out for. Around April 11th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in a bit of a tricky spot. I call this the technical glitch window. Expect some minor friction in your daily workflow. An email might get lost, a scheduled post might fail, or a conversation might be misunderstood. The key here is not to react with your usual Libran indecision. Instead, use that Aries fire to be clear, concise, and proactive. Double-check your links, confirm your appointments, and if a misunderstanding happens, address it immediately. Do not let it simmer. This chapter is all about the dance between your needs and the needs of others. The reality check isn't meant to break your connections. It's meant to strengthen the ones that are built on truth and prune the ones that are built on shadows. By the time the Sun moves on, you won't just have relationships, you'll have alliances. You are learning that being nice isn't the same as being kind, and that true harmony only exists when both sides are playing with all their cards on the table. Get ready, because the clarity you find here is exactly what you need for the massive creative shift coming up next. Chapter 4. The Dream to Reality Shift. We've navigated your identity, your finances, and your partnerships. Now we arrive at the most intense, mysterious, and ultimately most rewarding part of April. This is Chapter 4, and it's where the dream gets a deadline. Throughout the month, 3 major players, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune, are converging in a rare alignment that is going to demand something big from you, Libra. I call this the dream to reality shift. For a long time, you've likely had a vision sitting in the back of your mind. Maybe it's that digital astrology product you've been sketching out, a new content strategy for your global audience, or a creative project that feels so big, it's actually a little intimidating. Under the influence of Neptune, this vision has been beautiful, hazy, and perhaps a bit someday. But in April, Mars, the planet of action, and Saturn, the planet of structure, are moving in to turn that someday into a right now. Think of Neptune as the architect who draws a beautiful, glowing palace in the clouds. It's inspiring, but you can't live in it. Saturn is the contractor who shows up with the bricks, the permits, and the blueprints. And Mars is the engine. He's the one who starts the heavy lifting. This month, these three energies are meeting in your sector of daily work and service. The dream to reality shift means the universe is no longer accepting vague intentions. It is asking you for discipline. If you've been waiting for the perfect mood to create your content or launch your services, this transit is going to give you a reality check. It's going to show you that true magic doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens through the boring, repetitive, daily grind of showing up. This might feel a bit heavy at first. You might feel a surge of imposter syndrome or the weight of your own ambitions. But don't let that stop you. This is actually a massive vote of confidence from the stars. They are handing you the tools to build something that lasts. If you've been dealing with a professional relationship or a project that has felt fuzzy or draining, where you aren't sure where you stand or what the goal is, Mars is going to give you the courage to set a firm boundary. It's time to stop leaking energy into things that don't have a foundation. This is the perfect window to create a 5-part framework for your goals. Break your big dream down into biological foundations, identity shifts, and actionable hooks. When you give your creativity a structure, it doesn't stifle the art. It protects it. You are moving from being a dreamer to being a builder. As you work through this chapter, remember, the pressure you're feeling isn't meant to crush you. It's meant to turn your coal into a diamond. The discipline you apply in the middle of April is the exact thing that will allow you to handle the massive success waiting for you at the end of the month. You're not just making videos or selling products anymore. You're architecting a legacy. Stay focused. The dream is waiting for you to make it real. Chapter 5. The Global Growth Opportunity. We have deconstructed your identity, fortified your finances, faced your relationship truths, and turned your dreams into a disciplined blueprint. Now we arrive at the grand finale, the golden thread that weaves all these pieces together and pulls them onto the world stage. Welcome to Chapter 5, your global growth opportunity. While the rest of April has felt like a masterclass in internal work and heavy lifting, the final week of the month brings a massive surge of expansive, airy energy. This is thanks to Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, and the big picture, currently cruising through Gemini. For you, Libra, Jupiter is lighting up your 9th house. In the language of the stars, this is the sector of high-level wisdom, international travel, and, most importantly for you, global reach. If you've been feeling like you're shouting into a void, or if your digital products and content have felt stuck in your local bubble, this is the moment the gates swing open. Jupiter in Gemini is restless, curious, and incredibly communicative. It doesn't want you to stay small. It wants your voice, your astrology portraits, and your mood architect visions to cross borders and time zones. This is the green light from the universe to stop thinking like a local creator and start acting like a global authority. During the last week of April, you might notice a sudden lifting of the fog. The technical glitches of mid-month fade away, replaced by a clear path toward long-term growth. This is the perfect window to launch that digital storefront for your international audience or to reach out to a mentor who lives on the other side of the planet. The connections you make now aren't just networking. They are fated alliances that align with your highest philosophy. But here is the catch. Jupiter expands whatever you give it. If you give it a half-baked idea, it expands a mess. But because you've spent the rest of April doing the hard work, the personal reset and the dream to reality shift, you are handing Jupiter a diamond. You are showing the universe that you are ready for the weight of success. This isn't just about getting lucky. It's about philosophical alignment. You'll find that when you speak from your most authentic self, the world listens differently. Your faceless, cinematic style and your atmospheric soundscapes will resonate with people you've never even met, in languages you might not even speak. April is your crucible, Libra. You've done the internal clearing, the financial building, and the structural work to support a global legacy. Now the stars are handing you the keys to the kingdom. If you're ready to step into this expansive new chapter, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment manifest below to lock in this energy. I'll see you in the next forecast. Stay balanced.